Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. Cluster bombs are effective at war, which by very nature is brutal. These weapons have a notorious reputation in society. Usually dropped from aircraft, they target enemy combatants, civilians, or animals indiscriminately. But what are the facts behind this weapon? Often known as the butterfly bomb, the German SD-2 was the first cluster bomb to be widely deployed in operations. It was utilized during World War II to attack both civilian and military objectives. Cluster bombs are usually dropped as a single munition, but then open up in some way to release many smaller bomblets, which can either explode on impact, after a delay, or when stepped on. There are many different types of cluster bombs and many variations. Cluster munitions are forbidden in nations that have ratified the Convention on Cluster Munitions. CBU-97 sensor-fused weapons of the U.S. Air Force is a free-fall cluster bomb unit weighing 1,000 pounds. It was created and manufactured by Textron Defense Systems. The CBU-105 is a precision-guided weapon created by combining a CBU-97 with the Wind-Corrected Munitions Dispenser Guidance Tail Kit. This new weapon has self-destructing bomblets, which are less prone to being duds. It is estimated that various cluster munitions have up to a 40% chance of not going off when they are supposed to. Decades later, they may still detonate when touched. Aircraft like the F-16 Fighting Falcon can drop the CBU-97, even though these weapons are being phased out by the USA. F-16s can carry up to 8 CBU-97s, which open moments after being dropped to disperse their submunitions over a wide area. Weapons loaders from aircraft maintenance squadrons are trained to attach munitions to 6 underwing and 3 under-fuselage hardpoints. These weapon loaders work in teams, where every individual has a specific task to ensure the aircraft is ready for its sortie.
My job is to make sure the aircraft is prepped and ready for the bombs to go up. Jet will taxi in, I'll prep the stations, get them ready for the new munitions to go back up. The 1 and 3 man will be onto the trailer where the bombs are, and then they'll bring them over. By that time, I'll have the jet prepped and ready.
Aircraft like the F-35B Lightning II have weapon bays into which munitions can be loaded. Often, these bays are not used, especially when stealth is not an important part of the mission. Hot loading is performed, where weapons are loaded onto aircraft with the aircraft's engines still running, allowing for a faster turnaround time. F-35s were designed to be fifth-generation multi-purpose stealth fighter aircraft. One of the best ways to remain stealthy is to have no weapons fitted externally to the aircraft. To solve that problem, the F-35 was designed to carry its weapons internally in two weapon bays in its fuselage. If the weapons are inside the weapon base, the radar cross-section of the F-35 is almost invisible. When the weapon bays are open to drop or launch weapons, the stealth signature of the aircraft is lost until the doors close again. For that reason, the weapon bay doors open and close quickly. Some weapons utilized by the US military are massive and have a lot of destructive power. The BLU-82B C-130 armament system, known as the Daisy Cutter, due to its capacity to remove a forest canopy for helicopter landings in Vietnam, was a genuine behemoth. It was, at one time, the most powerful weapon the US military possessed outside of its nuclear weapons program. This 15,000-pound weapon, nicknamed for the wildflowers that occasionally grew after its usage, lived up to its program name, Commando Vault. Very little thought is given to the processes required to manufacture the munitions when weapon loaders are busy attaching them to aircraft, like the A-10 Thunderbolt II. Munition parts are produced in many factories across the USA and globally, and then assembled in assembly lines. From there, the munitions are sent to units like the 51st Munitions Squadron at Osan Air Base, where they are attached to the A-10 for a mission. These weapon loaders of the 51st follow strict protocols while arming aircraft like the A-10. There, specially trained load crews comprised of a team chief and 3 airmen use an MJ-1 weapon loader, a bomb lift vehicle called Jammer, to hoist and secure the weapons onto the aircraft's hardpoints.
You get to see the men and the women come through here who actually use the product we're building, and then it helps us understand more on why we do what we do here and why we do our best to build a quality product.
Okay, let's go to the other side.
Munitions have a shelf life, And when they pass their shelf life or become defective, they have to be destroyed or renovated to be used safely in new munitions. The Bomb Renovation Lab at Crane Army Ammunition Activity, CAAA, is tasked with renovating, maintaining, and extending the life cycle of the United States military's bomb stockpile. Crane Army professionals use various methods and equipment in this lab to disassemble, inspect, repair, and refurbish various components of general-purpose bombs, ensuring they meet precise operational standards before returning them to active military inventory. CAAA plays an important role in munition sustainment, delivering combat-ready ordnance to fulfill the strategic and tactical needs of the United States Armed Services. Weapons are not only refurbished in the U.S. military, but certain weapons, such as chemical weapons, are destroyed. The careful process of dismantling and neutralizing components of the U.S. chemical weapons stockpile is well underway, as evidenced by work at the Bluegrass Chemical Agent Destruction Pilot Plant, BGC app. Critical to national and global security. This procedure is led by professionals from the Program Executive Office's Assembled Chemical Weapons Alternatives, ACWA program. Their goal is clear: to safely and irreversibly eliminate the United States inventory of declared chemical weapons, with the completion date for the Kentucky stockpile scheduled for July 2023. A variety of mustard-laced projectiles and mortar rounds were disassembled here in a systematic manner. All operations adhere to strict environmental and safety requirements, ensuring the surrounding communities and natural environments are unaffected. The systematic destruction of these bombs at BGC app and PC app not only conforms with international obligations, but also represents an important step toward a safer free world of the threat of chemical warfare. The varied and powerful weapons used by aircraft in the U.S. military are some of the most powerful available on the battlefield. The U.S. management of these systems relies on good training, quality manufacturing, and safe disposal or phasing out of damaged or potentially illegal systems. These practices ensure that the U.S. military sets the tone for quality systems and the dismantling of those that can cause unnecessary suffering. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.